this computer. Right now, let's enter into the portal cd. This is the codes underscore portal. Codes underscore portal is the folder. This is the local repository, original repository. You can see here master or some other branch name. Okay, this is the master. Generally we are not going to work with master generally, but initially whatever code we have, that code is going to be pushed into master. For that, let's say now our code is available in the local mission. Our code is available in the local mission. Now we need to push this code to server. To push the code into the server repository, to push the code into the server repository, all we need to do here is all we need to do here is okay, we need to execute few steps. The first thing you need to do here is first say git status. There is a method, there is a command called git status. If I say git status, then it is going to display what are the different things are available. What are the different things are available in the local mission which are not available in the server. Okay, which are not available in the server. Okay, so now the next step is just you can see what are the different files we have added. We can see that git status. Now we can say git add dot means which files you want to add into the, you want to mark the files. You have to add the files, which files needs to be committed into the server. So first you have to mark them. What files, generally you can specify the type, instead of providing every file, you can specify the folder or file name, so that those specified file and folders is going to get added for. Okay, so adding and this thing. Now let's say if I say dot, then all the files are going to get added into the, okay, added into the system. So it will be marked. Right, first we need to add the things. Add, we need to add the things. All files are getting added. Now let's say this is going to be okay. Now what I would like to do, added, right? Next, git git status. If I say git status, let's look at it, guys. What, which files got added? All files are going to be displayed in the green color. Previously it was declared in the red color, right? Folders. Now git status means green color. Now git commit, whatever files are going to be, now it will be committed into the local mission with the comments. So commit with the comment minus m means message. Initial code, we need to say initial code. Whenever you say this, then all files which are added will be committed into the branch, local branch. Okay, local branch committed, added, and then I am committing. And we have verified with the command called status. Once we have done, we can say git push. Git push. Git push means whatever files we have committed, those files are going to be get pushed into, okay, server. Yeah, of course there are so many files are there, right? Those files are going to be get. Now what, which files we are committing, those files are going to be, the files will comes to this repository. As of now, we have only these two basic files are there, right? If I refresh it, you can see number of files which are getting committed. Okay, see here guys, codes portal zip. Okay, just refresh it. Yeah, see here guys, once we have coded, we can see the code is available here, and then go to the material dashboard. So all files are available, but few things are not available. Okay, so there are multiple things are there, right? Okay, all our code is available in the source app. Okay, this code is available. Okay, now the code is committed. While committing the code, we have taken care about a file called git ignore. Which files are not required, those files have been added. Even if I go to repository, that git file also can be available in the git ignore file will be available. You can check it out. See here guys, whatever things we have provided, these also added. These things are get added. Yeah, see here guys, these files also available like this. Okay, okay, that's how we have planned it. Now what you can do, yeah, now I have committed the code. This is initial code available in the git. Now how to work with this project. Now you are my team, you are my teammates. Assume you are my teammates. Now I have to give task to you. You have joined in our project. First what I want to do, what I have to do is I have to give URL of this code, and then I have to ask you to install okay required softwares in your mission to start working. So these are the different tasks available. These are the different tasks available. Okay, okay. Now what I will do is I'll go to this course portal project, and then what I have to do, I have to give this particular file. See here guys. Now you can, if I give this particular okay URL, you are going to clone it. If you clone it, whatever code I have available in the portal, then that will be available. First I will show you guys now how to do it. This is a starting point where you have to work with git and next things when we are working with projects guys. Of course after getting job also, where you are going to start your work means first taking this URL, git URL. Let us I will do one thing. Assume this is my new mission. Okay, this is my new mission. Okay, I will close all the files. See here, let me close everything. Okay, because yeah, let me close all these things guys. Okay, let me close this Eclipse also for now. I will show you from starting onwards. I am going to close this particular. This is also. Now I know only this URL. Then what to do? I will open one of the folder. I'll go to the different folder, guys. This is what you have to do when you are working with your application. Okay, now I'm in the training folder. Okay, I'm going to create base folder. Okay, here I have created some folder. Whatever you want, you can do it. Here I will go, I will say git bash here. This is what from where you have to do it. To work with this git bash, what you need to do, you have to install it, git bash. Now I will give you whatever command I have received from the manager through the mail. I'm going to do it. But sometimes if I enter this, then it will prompt you username and password. But now already I have given in this mission, so it is not going to ask such kind of username and password general. But when you are doing it first time, that will prompt you to ask username and passwords. Okay, here now if I receive username and password from the manager, if I am the new person, I have to do all these steps. By the time I reach to the project, the existing code will be available in the git. So how it will be available, I have shown you in the previous step. Now I'm acting as a new developer into this project. I'm acting as a new developer into this project. So to start my work, I need to get the code. I need to get the code. I have to get the code. To get the code, what I need to do is to get the code. What I need to do is I have to use this clone command. This URL is going to be provided by the manager or configuration manager. Somebody, TL, somebody will provide me along with credentials, username and password. Okay, whenever you hit it first time, then it will prompt you username and password. I have given username password for you for this Bitbucket credentials, guys. You can use it. Previously, when we were working with configuration management, that time itself, I have provided it. So you can use the same username password. So now let us go to, if I say dir, then I can see one folder. This is important. You have to enter cd, go to that particular folder. Now whenever you enters into this particular folder, it will show you master. Okay, so maybe whatever URL you are going to get it, that URL may not be master, that may be different branch names. Why? Because master is not going to be directly, master will not be accessible to the developers directly. Why? Because the code is going to get secured, okay, unnecessarily. If you modify that code, it will be trouble. But for we are at this stage learning, right? So we can use this master right now. Let it be. Now once we have enter here, see here, these are the different okay, different things available, codes available, material is available, this is project is available, and then rest security folders are available. These are the three different projects actually. Then what you can do is to open codes project, to open rest security project, I'm going to take Eclipse. And to open this particular project, this is UI project, I'm going to take this one. So for that, what I can do is, let me go to Eclipse. Okay, this is very important step. After cloning the code, this is very very crucial point that you need to understand. Yeah, remove existing command prompts, existing, yeah, this is also stop this. Okay, UI application running, right? Because we have cloned it in separate folder. Don't forget about that separate folder. Better close other things also. In the base folder I have opened, right, this is the main folder. For now we have to open these folders, not previous folders. Now onwards I'm going to work with these folders. All right, to work with these folders, I have to open this code in the Eclipse. Before that, what I can do, this is a Maven project. What I have to do, guys, mvn clean eclipse colon eclipse. Okay, this is a very very important step that we need to do. Why? Because jar files will not be available when I downloaded this particular folder. Whenever we get this code from the repository, remote repository, we don't have jar files available. That's why whenever we say that, it will be done. Yeah, so this is for code. Same way, REST application is also simple one. mvn clean. All right, once it is done, REST application is also done. The next thing is we need to take another. This is very important one. Yeah, so if I say command prompt, here we need to execute ng serve. Yeah, say ng serve. What happens here? Okay, this project requires a lot of files which we did not upload it into the Git server. Whenever we say ng server git serve, it is going to give you cannot find package.json file is not available. Okay, so what you can do is we have to say ng install or npm install. Once after getting the code, npm install, npm install, then it has to install all the things required, because we are not going to keep everything in the git repository, remote repository. We are going to keep only the things required. The coding things are going to be coding and configuration data will be available in the, okay, server. It is not recommended to store larger files which are unnecessary files. See here, guys, these things are going to get, for this command it is going to get installed. Yeah, after finishing that command, you may get some warnings. You can neglect it, and then you can say ng serve. Let us wait for 2 minutes. Okay. Meanwhile, what we can do is we start this application also ng sorry uh, Maven. Ah, Otherwise, we open the Eclipse and then we open this code and then we start running this. Open the Eclipse and then we need to open for Visual Source Studio, Visual Source Code, Visual Studio Code. Right now, it's working fine. Yeah, see, this is fine. It has taken a lot of time and then finally it has provided it. What we can do, localhost 4200. The code is available right now. Yes, the file is open. Meanwhile, then and so once applications are done, what we need to do is we need to bring the code into our editor. So first we need to say import 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 Maven existing Maven project, which folder you need to specify. You need to provide the folders which are cloned from the or what you can do is you can if you provide this folder, this folder contains both the projects so that it has to display both the projects from this course portal. It is scanning. If I provide parent folder, it is taking a lot of time. Why? Because the big folder is available to import it. The same way, meanwhile, you can import another project along with the codes. We need to import REST security into your project. Now import and one another way is open folder. Okay, this is Visual Source Studio. You have to provide the new code because this is connected with the this connected with this code is connected with the backend. Oh, sorry, open connected with repository, remote repository. Open folder and provide it. Now the code is going to get the code is the new code is available in your mission. Okay, the new code is going to be the new code will be available and in the both the editors, Eclipse editor and Visual Studio Code. In both the places, the code is available. Now let us run the application. Let us run the application, and I have to commit one more file also, SQL file. That is also important. I will commit the code, no problem. When you are working with this application, before running the code, you have to import that SQL file into your databases so that that is going to okay the existing data, whatever data available with my database, the same data will be available with you so that you can start with the application. The okay, what are the things we have provided? Two, three applications finally, one UI application, two backend applications, and then I have to provide database related stuff. I have to provide database related SQL files. You have to take those files and you have to import them. Okay, you have to import those files. Okay, now suppose I am the developer. Suppose I am the developer. Now I have to create export, data export. So for that, I am creating the data export. Assume I have created the data export. Now what I can do, let me create the file. Code is one, another is user management, right? User, user. For these two things, I would like to say I would like to export the table. Okay, and even user. Two things are available. This these tables I would like to update. I would like to take this file next. Yeah, export self-contained file. You can take only one file. Yeah, you can use even include create schema also. Okay, you can take this file. This is the location where we can see the file, and you can go to the export, and then I'm going to say start export. Okay, it has done. You can go to that particular location 2020 10 20. This is the file. Yeah, you can open this file with any normal editor, and you can see use codes, create, and all these things. We have provided table data exists. Yeah, see here, guys. Tables all codes level, all these things are there. Insert into yeah section. Okay, the data is available. Unit table, video table, video table, data insertion. Okay, this information, all the queries are going to be generated in the file. Okay, generated in the file. See here, guys. Now tables, client details. Now here, these are the client details. Client details are available in which schema again? That is different schema, right? Client authorities and all. See if I go up somewhere, yeah. See here, from here onwards, user details. So this file contains two databases. It creates the database also. If you run this file and it inserts the table, it creates the table and it inserts the data as well. Okay, if already database is available in your MySQL, then it will be overwritten. First, it will, if not exists, what happens? It is going to create. Right. The next thing is, the next thing that we need to do here is, whatever files we have created, right? We have to send it to send it to backend, database schema. Where is that available? It's in the training base folder. This this is where this is a wherever git ignore file, readme file is available, right? These are the applications are available, right? What you can do is you can provide one more folder. See here, I am creating the new folder within this local within the local repository. This can be called as local repository. So SQL file, I can say SQL file. You can go there and you can copy paste this file. So now this is available in the local. Now how can you send this file to? How can you send? Yeah, you are the developer. You have created that file. This example I'm telling. Now this is not coding. This is related to SQL, right? We have created. Sometimes, okay, when we are working with code, we are going to create files within the project. If you create a file or if you modify the code, then this base code is going to get modified. Why? Because from here only we have opened in the Eclipse. So whatever changes done in the Eclipse, it will be affected here. Whatever changes affect here, it will be affected in the editor. So that we have changed it. Once we have changed it, we can go to the git bash clear and then see git status. Whenever you see this, you can see a folder modified. Of course, it is modified this class path, let it be, no problem. You can see SQL file. What you can do is ng sir, sorry, not ng. So git add dot, git add dot, or you can specify the file names like this. You can specify like this. So when we have multiple files modified, then only few files you want to, okay, commit the code, then you have to add only those files. Git add. Now whenever you say after adding, if you say git status, it will be displayed this file. So this is editor Eclipse related stuff. You don't need to modify it. Okay, clear. Now git, after adding, we have to commit. Whenever you are committing, you have to provide message. To provide the message, you need to say hyphen message. And what is the message you want to provide? Adding SQL file. Meaningful message is required because this message will be available in the, okay, remote repository in the GitHub or Bitbucket. By looking at that message, we can easily understand why this commit available. Now after committing, this is the commit happened in the local. Now you need to make it in the server. Git push. Say git push. Okay, if you want to push, if you want to practice pushing all this code and all, don't work with this repository, guys. Use your own repository. Whatever you know, whatever repository you have created for Bitbucket, you have created your own account, right? There you can do it directly pushing. After practicing, then only push the code into your this particular, okay, application, guys. Why? Because the code is going to get corrupted. Please don't do that. Okay. Now that's how we can push it. Now you can go to the code. You can go to the back, repository Bitbucket. There is a, yeah, here it is. Yeah, Bitbucket. And if I refresh the code, if I refresh this particular page, codes portal page, you can see SQL file. Within the SQL file, this file is also available. So that if you clone it, first time all these files are going to be available for you. Okay, that's good. Once we have done, let us go to the next step. So we have number of tasks available. I want to do some tasks here. If I want to do some tasks, okay, you can see if the code is related to configuration management tool, you can see the symbol, cylinder symbol. You can see cylinder symbols. And if you modify the code, then it will be greater than symbols. Okay, it will be like this. All these symbols are related to configuration management tool. The greater than symbol means that the code is modified in the local. Only cylinder symbol is nothing but it is connected to the database. If you create new file, it is going to display question mark. Okay, we can do all these things. Okay, let me run the application. Okay, you can keep your resumes in. Okay, 1 second. As early as possible, guys. Okay, run the second application also. All these steps you know already. Yeah. Once this all these things are working, then what you can do? We have opened the page, right? Now log in locum to pwd2. You have to import the schema, guys. When you are doing it, you have to import the schema. The schema files are import the SQL file. Once you have run the SQL file, you can see all this data. And then, yeah, of course, we have bit data is available, right? You can search it and then you can, yeah, Java has the units and all, and you can play this. Of course, this video may not play in your mission. Why? Because videos will not be available in your mission. So that particular files will be okay or not okay. We have to copy those files, guys. We have to copy those files. You can, yeah, what you can do is add your video. Okay, add your video and then try to play with this. Why? Because if you click on it, it looks for the video. It looks for the video in my local mission, because those files are available in my mission. So that what you can do, you can upload your video and then add your video and play it out. Okay, even though video names are getting displayed in your mission, it will not be played. Okay, why? Because the video files will not be available in your local mission. Those available in my mission only. For that, what you can do is you can add it, add the videos, and then you can play that. That's why what people are going to do is in real time, instead of okay, whenever you upload the video, those videos are going to be uploaded not in server location. For maintaining the okay, for files, for maintaining videos itself, a separate server will be there. Separate server will be available for managing videos, guys. For managing videos, okay, separate server will be available. Separate folder will be available in separate mission. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, guys, it's working fine, right? And you have to do okay few tasks. I'm going to give you few tasks, and then you have to do it. So now Suppose I'm adding add unit, right? The same way you need to add the section. To add the section, what I need to do? The same way like add unit inside the section, we are saying displaying all the units as well as add unit button is available. The same way we are displaying the sections available in this in the particular code, and then the same way I would like to have a separate button. I would like to have separate button for adding section. For that, what I need to do? I have to go to codes page. Let us go to the codes. In the codes, we are displaying all the sections, right? Now this is my code. Code. You can go to the codes. Within the codes, you can go to codes home. Here we are displaying all the sections, right? We are displaying the sections, right? See here, this is displaying the section using this, all this. Yeah. Once after providing all the sections, then provide a button. How the same way how we have added a unit in section. In the section, we have provided a button, right? See here, guys, a separate button I have provided. You can take a separate div or something like this. Okay, right? The same way you can provide it. Okay, check it out. To add what is the thing we have in the card body, we have this one, right? Okay, according to the code that we have to provide. Okay, let us provide it first and remove the row. Just provide the button, how it is going to look like. Based on that, we can check it out. And one more thing, there is no method available as of now. Just provide this one. We can say add section, add section, add section. Just I'm giving idea for you. I'm giving idea for you. Along with sections, see here guys, along with the section, add section is available, right? Now I have modified this code. Okay guys, I have modified this code. Assume there are multiple files I need to modify. Multiple files needs to get modified for doing this kind of requirement. And suppose I have done my task. Then what I need to do? I have to go to this git bash, and then locally it is working fine. You tested it, you have completed your task. Then what you need to say? Git status, and you'll see what are the different files modified. You can see that, see, rest of, yeah, so many files are modified, but which files are important? For implementing this, I did not write any code here. Okay, whatever changes we have done, you see here guys, modified. This modified codes is available, right? These two things are not important for me for doing this requirement. This file is important. So that what I will do, I will take, this file, copy this file, right click, copy, and then come down, git, git, uh, uh, add, right click. This one, it is going to get added. All right. So whenever we have provided like this, it is going to be something like see here we have added this one. Okay, fine guys. Once we have done it, added, right? Now git status, git status. This is in green color. So that which files are in green color, those files are going to get committed. Now git, uh, yeah, git what I would like to say, git commit. So message, what I can do is functionality name, add section, add section. You can provide like this, add section for a code. You have to provide like this, okay, guys. And then once we have committed the code, we need to say git push. But of course, before pushing it, you need to do something else, guys. Okay. Now once it is done, let's look at it. Go to here. Now the question mark. Oh, okay, here, where is this? This is the code is going to be committed. Whatever code we have provided, the code is will be available in the backend. So that's how you have to practice it. Okay. But now, meanwhile, if any other person has modified the code, then what you need to do? Okay, two persons modified the same time, then which code will be available? Generally, okay, it is going to maintain the version. See, this is very simple to understand. Okay, see, suppose this is a repository. Assume this is going to be the repository. Assume this is going to be the repository. This repository contains the file. This repository contains the file. Okay, these are the two missions. Now both are going to get the code. Means first time clone. First time clone. They are going to get clone the code. Yeah. Now same file, both are modifying. So then what it is going to do is it maintains the version for that. What is the number? Just assume one. The numbers may be okay according to algorithm. It is going to generate. You don't need to worry about numbers and all. So version, every file internally maintains one version. Both are going to get first version. And then one person has modified the code and then he uploaded the code, meaning that committed the code and then pushed the code so that the version is going to be changed to 2. Now this person is also maintaining, modifying the code. After modifying, he tries to push the code, commit the code, then it is going to get the error. Why? Because he has the version 1. He has the version 1. Okay. He actually has the version 1 and server contains version 2. So that this person tries to, okay, this person tries to update the code. Okay. This person tries to update the code. Then what happens? It will check the version. If version is not, if the version is mismatched, then then it is going to give exception. Files cannot be, okay, pushed. Why? Because version is mismatched. If you want to push the code, what you need to do is first you need to get the latest code. Okay. Here the latest code is 2, right? It has to get the latest code. Then these changes has to be committed. Suppose I will do one thing, guys. I will take two eclipse. Okay, clear the drawing. and let us do it guys. And what I will do is I will go to I will take two repositories. One is base folder repository, right? And we have already one repository available. What is that repository? In the E folder, I think in the Git, we have taken codes portal. Here, this is the portal, right? Two repositories, separate repositories. Code is available two places. And one place is accessing by one user, one developer. Another place is accessing by another developer. So assume one Eclipse for one user, and another Eclipse for another user. So what I will do is let me open another window of Eclipse. Give me a second. Windows C is not working. And one more thing is close this. It is not required for us. Okay. Let us go to the Eclipse and then click on Eclipse 2. Git to workspace. Make sure that two workspaces are different, two Eclipses are different. Here I am going to import in next file. Suppose I am going to take codes project. Let us say what happens. Now two eclipses. This is first eclipse. In the course, I will do some changes. And you know, this is going to be, this is what base folder, right? And another one is, go to here, sorry, go to codes folder, codes portal. This is another, right? I'm going to open here. I will open here git bash, git bash. So here I'm going to apply git related activities. What I will do is git pull. See, this is a new command. When I say git pull, what happens means the latest code which is available is going to get, okay, received. Updated code is going to become. Clone means total code. Pull means latest code is going to be available. If I go to here and then see here guys, if I go to code portal, you can see this SQL files now. Previously it was not there, right? Base folder, two files are there guys. Don't confuse with these two things. Two repositories, two git bashes, two eclipses. So each repository, okay, assume this is the new one, right? We got it. Now assume one eclipse for one developer, another eclipse for another developer. Here first one developer has changed code for he is doing his task and he changed it. Okay. Now right now both are having same version. He has changed it. Who has changed it? Changed and then base folder. Go to the base folder developer. Here in the base folder developer. Okay, base folder developer. See here guys where we are. Yeah, base folder developer has changed the code. If I say git status, you can see one file is modified in the course. Yeah, course application.java. Assume we have modified this file. What we can do? Yeah, he has done. Meanwhile, second person also done some changes. Course application. He also changed the code. He also changed the code. Changes by changes by. Okay. Another developer is, we can say, codes portal. Okay. Codes portal. Changes by codes portal, and I will do changes by changes by base folder. Right, two different things. Right now, I will come to first base folder. Clear, clear the screen, and here git status change. Right now, what I will do is git add. I will do these changes now. Who is doing it? Both are applied changes, but who is committing first? This particular person, user, base folder user has committed the code, and git status, just for testing purpose, it's in green color. Then git, I think better to make it small inside. Yeah. Now git git commit -m for message some ASDF, or don't provide ASDF messages in real time. We have to provide meaningful information right now. Okay, we provide by base folder, and git push. So it will be pushed into server. Now version is going to be get changed. That file version is going to get changed. It will maintain versions internally. You don't need to worry about those versions. Now coming to the second person, codes portal person. Here git status. What happened here? Git status. Okay. Now go back to here. Yeah. Make sure you will be available here. Okay, because this is the base folder actually, not here. Now say git status. What happened? Here your branch is up to date. Yeah. No changes are available here. It is saying. Okay. No changes are available. Let us go to here, and okay, we have, it is star, displaying star means not yet modified. Okay, not saved. Okay. Now after applying git changes by codes portal, then say git status. Whatever changes we have done, yes, this got changed. Now assume that this is old file. In the server, it is new file is available. Now say git add. Yeah, we have added it. Git now status. Now git commit -m by portal. Right, we have changed it. Right now say git push. It has to give error. Why? Because fail to push. Why? Because the version is different, guys. Why? Because the same file already modified. If you want to modify it, what you need to do? You have to get the latest. For that, to get the latest, what you need to say? Pull, git pull. Then you are going to get the latest code. You'll get the latest code. New changes are applied here. See here guys, it has modified merging. Now git, okay, see, fix conflicts, because in the same file, in the same line we have modified it. If I open it, whenever we pull the code, see here guys, you can see some error. Why? Because you have modified this code. This is your code. But in the same file, in the same line, it has modified in the database also. In the not database, sorry, in the server repository. So which changes it has to take? Then what you need to do is, if both changes are required, then you can remove this extra data. Okay, then you can provide like this. You got the new version and new changes, right? Again say git status. Let us look at it. Git status. You have modified it, right? Okay, clear and make it small. Uh, Git status, right? Git add, get the new file. Git status. Yeah, the file has provided it. The file is in green color. Git push. Before pushing, git commit. Now again say git commit. Now by codes portal. Okay, now we got the latest code and we get the latest code. Sometimes if say modifications happen in the same line, then what it is going to do? Okay, what it is going to do? It will give you, okay, some conflicts. You have to resolve the conflicts. Unnecessary okay, messages, I mean statements will be coming in. You have to modify the code, and then you have to say git commit after modification. Say like this. Say, see here guys, what we have done. That's why whenever we are pushing it, before pushing we have to pull the code. If anybody provided latest code, we have to get the full code. Whenever we pull the code, again we may get conflicts. We have to resolve the conflicts. Yeah, we have resolved the conflicts, and then we have committed it again, and then git push. Finally we have to push this. Right, now see here guys, if I go to the server code, the latest code will be available. So now what are the steps we have done guys? First of all, first step is git. Okay, this step is git status is for verification. Okay, so just for 0th step you can say, you keep using the multiple steps. One, next git. First of all, what you need to say, git add dot or file name, file path. Next, git commit message. Next, git pull. Before pushing, we have to say pull. If any, after pull, if any conflict, then fix the conflict. Next, git after changes, because of conflicts, if we say changes, git add, git commit, git commit. If any changes, you need to do all these things. Git add, git commit, and next git push. These are the steps you need to follow while you are doing normally, guys. Okay, sometimes you have to create, yeah, instead of working with the branch, main branch, you have to create your own branch. You have to create a branch. Okay, you have to create a branch. So in the branch, you may not have permission to push. You can pull the code, but you cannot push the code in real time. Why? Because Mastery is going to be very crucial. If you commit unnecessary files or if you commit wrong things, it will be affected. Why? Because from the master branch only, so deployment is going to be happen. So master branch cannot be updated. After, yeah, so that what you can do is whatever code master branch, from the master branch, you are going to create new branch. Within that new branch, you are going to do all your changes. Then you can merge all those things, right? You can merge. If everything is fine in your mission, everything is fine in the okay branch, then what you can do is you can merge with the master branch with your branch. Okay. Okay. So generally we have the master is in green color, and see here guys, whatever code, this is your blue color code, and then orange color is someone's code. And then what we are going to do is, instead of committing code, instead of pushing code directly into the master, what you are going to do is you are going to create a separate separate branch. This can be called as branch. You are going to work here in this branch. So after finishing your work, then you are going to merge your work into master again. When you are going to merge, so this part is okay. One second, let me take some annotations. So this is merging, this is creating branch, and then your branch is committing into your code is available in your branch. So after finishing your work, then everything is fine, everything is tested properly, and okay, then okay, your code is going to code is available in new branch, right? This branch code is going to push it into okay master. We have to do like this. Okay, you have to do like this. Of course, to do this, your TL is going to take care of merging your branch to master. Why? Because this is very crucial. He has the permissions only. You don't have such kind of permissions. You don't have such kind of permission directly. Okay, providing your code into master. Okay, here everything is possible. Whatever things that you are doing right now while practice, but in real time we have restrictions. You cannot merge the code into master, and so that you can create the branch and you can do whatever you want in your branch. And if everything is fine, then only it will be merged. So now you need to know how to create the branch, how to merge the branch. Of course, sometimes TL will give permission for you to merge the branch, then you should know how to merge the branch, something like this. Okay, or at least how to create the branch and how to work with the branch, you have to know. All right, so remember that, make sure that your code directly should not okay pushed into your master. You have to push your code into okay separate branch. You can create your own branch. Then how to create our own branch? How to create our own branch is, let us go to here, and what I can do, we are in the base folder, git branch, git branch. See, generally we can take the task, based on the task we are going to take it, and you can say create section. For create section task, I want to create a branch. Create branch. See, one create branches will be available. Now, if you want to see what are the branches available, git branch, say enter, all branches are going to be created. See here, master is in green color, and then star. We have star is nothing but current branch. What is the current branch? And then what is this create section means? Create section is another branch. Okay, this is local branch. This is local branch. If I say if you want to display remote branches, you can display like this. In the remote branch, you have only master branch is available. Right now in the local, we have created one branch, git branch. See, only one branch is available. This is the local branch. So now you have to do all your changes in the create section branch. What you need to do is, to do your changes in the create section branch, you have to move from master branch to you are in working branches now. Right now working branch is master. You have to move master to create section. Then what you can do is git branch create section, create section, or okay, we need to use uh, git, we need to say that is checkout. Command is checkout. Switching from one branch to another branch is git checkout to create section. Then you can see here this one, guys. Okay, so here it is changed. Now whenever we say git status, okay, these changes are available here. Now whatever changes available here, if you, yeah, assume we have modified something in the git rest application, go to the rest application, the base folder. This is the base folder application. Within base folder application, the rest application, this is the code available, right? Changes done by base folder, base folder user, base folder user. All right, we have done it, right? So of course I just provided commenting code. When we are working, we are going to update the code. So once we have done it, what you can do is you can go to the base folder. We are in create section branch, and then what I can do is git status. Yeah, the file is available. Now I want to add dot, meaning that two things I would like to commit it. I would like to commit the two things. I mean, I want to add these two things. Added. Next, git dot git status. Both files are available, right? Now I want to commit both the things. Then git commit m, commit m, commit m, message. Okay, added new files, added new things, new line, just some message. If I say commit this, where it is going to get committed? In this create section. But create section is a branch, local branch. There is no local branch available in the repository, in the remote repository. Go to the Bitbucket. Here in the Bitbucket, okay. Now if I go to the course portal, here how many branches are there? Only one branch is available. See here, guys, exactly one branch is available. Master branch is available, that's all. There are no tags, only branches. Branches are available. When you have only one branch, when you have only one branch, okay, when we have only one branch, we have created this section, right, in the local. Now I want to push this branch, okay, to the remote. For that, what I can do is git commit. We can say git commit branch name. We can say, see here, guys, git commit, okay, branch. We can say commit origin. Say origin, origin, git commit sorry, not git commit, git push horizon. So otherwise git push, see here git push, ah, right. So you can use this command. See, it has given this, right? Git push set upstream horizon create section means this create section is going to be created in the that branch is going to create it in the server, guys, so that your changes will be available in the server. So your changes will be available. Okay, if you refresh it, if you refresh it, you can go to here. You can see here branches are available still master. Okay, we'll check it out. Horizon, yeah, branch is set back to here from the action create section. Okay, 1 second. Git push, say everything up to date, meaning that still, yeah, you can check it out. You have to restart it or go back, or yeah, see here, guys, you can see new section, sorry, new branches, that is create section. You can create like this, guys. Okay, you can create like this. So now whatever changes you have done in separate branch, separate branch. So whenever you have, yeah, even here also you can see codes portal section name. If you go to here, see here, guys, create section. You are in the git bash, whatever changes you are doing in the, you are shifting, you are switching from one mode to another mode. You are switching from, you are switching from one particular branch to another particular branch, that will be reflected even in the eclipse also. Okay, now think about how to merge the code. Okay, suppose let's look at it before going to merging. Your code is successfully written into the branch and then everything is fine. Everything is fine. The next immediate thing here you need to find out here is, think like git, yeah, where is command, yeah, so check it out. Git branch, enter, all branches will be displayed here. Which branch is active? Create action, that's why it is displaying star and then green color. And git branch slash a, it will display all the branches from the, okay, remote and then local. If I say git branch only in the remote, yeah, remote branches, only remote branches, something like this. Okay, right. Anyways, you can create the branches and you can write your code and you can push the code into the branches. Okay, what are the commands we have used right now before pushing? To push the command, yeah, copy this and then provide here, working with the, okay, this one. If you want to create the branch, create branch, branch name, create branch, branch, branch name for creating, for creating. Okay, guys, for pushing, for okay, Shifting from one branch to another branch, check out. To see all the branches available, you can use, okay, yeah, branch display all, display branches. Display branches. Options -a for all branches, or for remote branches. To push the command, to push the command, this is the branch name. You can provide branch name. Yeah, you can use it, guys. Push set upstream, you can use it. So this is how you can do it. And then after you are pushing your all your code is available in separate branch, then how to merge the code. You can say git merge, merge to another branch. So this is okay, a simple command. Let's look at it, and then we'll see the image what happens. This is the official website for this, guys. You can refer this website, and even we can see this kind of, yeah, this one. Now, okay, let me can refer these things in future, but here now our code is available where, guys? New code is available. New code is available in create section. Right now, I want to merge this branch to master branch, meaning that whatever code I have written in the create section, that create section code should merge to branch, a master branch. To do so, first go to git checkout, go to master, go to master. Once after coming to the master, then git merge, merge with what, which, okay, what are the, okay, what type of, um, what is the command name? Sorry, guys, what is that? Yeah, okay. So git, right, git merge create section, so that, yeah, let us look at it, guys. Then it get moved to your master. Then git status, nothing to commit. Okay, now let us go to your code. The code will be merged into this one, guys. Yeah, I have shifted to master, right? It will shifted to master. Even in the master also, whatever changes I have done, okay, whatever changes I have done, it will be available in the master also, guys. Even see here, if I go to here, these changes are available. Okay, where are these changes? By base folder, right? And then go to the rest application. So changes done by this one, changes done by course application. If I go to the course application, okay, let it be, right. Okay, now it will be like this. Okay, now let's look at it, guys. Let us go to the branch, and you can go to the files. You can go to the master branch, here in the master branch. So changes updated when, changes updated, whatever changes we have uploaded, whatever changes we have done, we can see those things, guys. Course 35 minutes ago, 1 minute ago, 18 minutes ago. Okay, initial code. It will be like this. If I go to the this one, so whatever changes we have done, the details will be available. Okay, details, those classes will be available, the changes will be available here, guys. And let us go to uh, rec application, and here in the main, your code, you can see the code. REST application code is going to be, your changes has done can be displayed over here, guys. Okay, now, okay, we have merged it, right? Yeah, whatever changes here, those changes are not available here in the server. So we have merged locally. Then what you need to do, you have to push the command. You can use some kind of push command, git push. Okay, git push. Okay, let's look at it. Already this is up to date, it is saying. Okay, yeah, let it be, guys. So now you have to create the branch, and then you have to start working on it, guys. Of course, in the next task, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply one change, and before doing that, I'm going to take new branch, and then I'm going to apply all the changes in that. Then I'm going to merge that changes into main branch, that is master branch. I'm going to do this step as part of our next requirements. Of course, next requirements I'm going to take with the best practices. Okay, guys. Yeah, don't worry about branch merging and all. I will take care of branch merging in the next step.